So we've kind of seen both sides of Bo now. We've seen her tap into her light fae powers. We've seen her go dark a bit. Is there going to be some more exploration of her dark side and perhaps being able to harness in some of those powers without succumbing to that dark side?
I'll start by saying I can almost say nothing about season 4, but that is a very good question. And the answer is yes. I think it's been nice to kind of explore the dark side. And I think that's an integral part of Bo and her history and her future. You know, it doesn't mean it's solely that, but I think it's a key part of who she is. So yeah, we'll see more of that.
So I'm going to chat with the listener later. You've done a few of them, right?
Okay.
You've done a few of the listener.
Can you tell us if we're going to learn anything more about your father and if he's your father, I guess?
You know what?
I can't tell you. I can't even show you my face. Okay, no, I can't tell you. Are we going to see more? Oh my God, how do I answer?
How about more of your backstory of your career? Is there anything more about your backstory? How's that?
Yes, there is. Sorry, we're right in the middle of filming it, so I'm like, yes, there is. But I can't tell you.
Yeah. Does it differ? Thank you for asking my question.
I'm trying to come up with clever things to say, and there's nothing, because I can't talk about it. It's a lame interview. I'm so sorry.
But
That's a good question.
to expand on the way that the question was posed during the panel, I mean, from previous expos there was talk about the theme of family.
Yes.
Your relation with Ksenia and as Kenzie on screen, the kind of sisterly bond that you two have, and now with Trick as your grandfather. So how does family now kind of play into season 4, just like the closeness of everyone coming more together?
Well, everyone does come more together every season we have. This is her Fae family. I mean, this is her family, whether they're really related to her or not. She's kind of found this family, and protects them like a family, and fights with them like a family, and all of that stuff. Not sleeps with them like a family. Let me just backtrack a little, but they're definitely close, and feels very protective of them for sure, and that continues. I mean, Bo is whatever chaos is going on. Bo is kind of the
yeah, not good in any way.
Can I say the voice of reason? Is she? I don't even know if she is.
Sometimes Bo needs a voice of reason herself.
Sometimes she needs it herself, and sometimes she is that. Sometimes she is the kind of the center of that world. I mean, these people and these Fae beings have been there to support her and protect her. So the theme of family continues for sure.
How soon is it into this season that we kind of learn Bo has disappeared, obviously, at the end of season 3?
Yes.
Are they going to keep us going for a little while until will we learn at the same time as the other characters, or will we kind of be in the know before they are?
There will be a quiz out. Oh yeah. You guys all remember just.
Okay. The story will unfold. The audience will see the story unfold the same way that the characters do. That's actually not entirely true, but for the most part. For the most part, yes. Yeah.
All right, well, there seem to be a lot of things you can't talk about. What would you like to tell us about season 4?
I know.
What can the fans look forward to?
I'm so sorry, but we've been told we can't say anything about season 4, so it's like, what can we say? You know why? It's because there were so many cliffhangers at the end of season 3, and we have to let those play out that's what we kind of want to reveal to you guys. We're really excited for you guys to see the season. I always try to come up with something to say, and I came up with something that is a little bit lame, but it's totally true, which is to literally take everything that you think you know about Lost Girl and everything you know about Lost Girl and turn it upside down, because there's a lot of changes. There's a lot of, how season 2, at the end, we all kind of came together. At the end of season 3, we've all been taken apart. So season 4 really has to pick up those pieces that's why it's so hard to talk about, because we give away storylines as soon as we start talking about how those cliffhangers are resolved. But everyone's back, and everyone's back in a big way, and it's a crazy season.
If I could ask about kind of like the technical aspects of the show.
Yeah.
When it first started, it was all about kind of Bo, in the world and kind of kicking butt, shall we say. And then, of course, you were pregnant during season 3. You now have Sam.
I do.
So how does that now bring you back to like all the action? Is it a little bit easier, or do you see it getting a little bit easier now on set? Will there be more use of the stunt double, just for safety?
Well,
sake?
it's definitely harder because you're just not as physically strong.
Right.
But I'm getting stronger. Actually, now that I'm at this point in the season, I feel a lot stronger. And I've been doing some action and getting some action, which is kind of funny because I'm like, I'm glad you guys. It makes me feel really. I take it as a compliment that you think I can now kick butt and have love scenes and that kind of thing so soon. But it's definitely been a challenge, definitely a new challenge. But I feel good. I feel strong and getting stronger.
And so does both translate a little bit to the home life, and then Anna kind of comes back? Is it difficult to kind of go back and forth between real life
It's
and
difficult.
fictional life?
Yes, I've always heard people say leave work and then go home and then be fully at home, and I'm trying to do that. But it's definitely a challenge. But Sam helps me. He plays Dyson a lot when I'm learning lines. if my husband's downstairs and I'm upstairs with the baby and I've got to be working, so I'll say, okay, you play Dyson, and I'll literally go through and I'll make him say all the Dyson lines or all the whoever lines. But he does a very good Dyson, I have to say. Good growling.
Probably one of the most fun aspects of the show is all the theories and all the possibilities.
Yeah.
How much do you actually hear about what some people are theorizing about? And I know you can't get into it with like Bo's family and potential identity of her father.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of talk online about who he may be,
I know.
who they should get to cast to play him.
Right.
How much are you in tune with those? And do you guys actually theorize on things yourselves when you don't know what's going on?
Yes, we do. I mean, the writers and the producers like to keep a few things secret from us, which I like. But there's certain things you need to know as the actor playing the part. You need to know what you're arcing for the season, so you can have a better idea of how to approach it. So I haven't read who they're theorizing about casting. I have no idea, or who people would like to see cast. But it's I mean, we know as much as we can. I like to know a lot because I like to know how to arc the season. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now that you're in season 4, how much has your life changed since you started, and how, in what ways most?
Well, I mean, to cover the basics, I have a job doing something I love, which is like the ultimate gift, So that's the basic thing of what's changed is that, but in terms of the creative side and the artistic side, I mean, to get to develop, someone, to get to play someone else for a while, and to get to bring myself to it. It's challenged me as an actor and as a person, and in a really big way. And then just to get to work with all these other creative people. I mean, the people on our show are so talented. The cast, the crew, the art department. We walk onto a set where the detail is incredible. If we're shooting in a post office, every stamp would have writing on it in Fey language. I mean, like it's incredible. And you just walk in and think, wow, okay, I got to bring my A game because people are bringing theirs. So that's changed in terms of just like this incredible feeling of walking into work every day. What else has changed? It's great to meet people on the street that love the show. Not so much when you're 9 months pregnant, which happened to me a couple times, surprisingly. But that was nice too.
The question was asked, where, if you could craft kind of like the story of your own about like an episode that you could actually craft, what kind of environment would you set it in?
I always like heavy drama, so I would probably craft a pretty dramatic episode.
Let's keep going.
I don't know.
Word that's on the
I think that, like, I know I've said it before, but I really would love to see what she's capable of, what her powers really are.
Good.
So I would probably craft an episode around that, exploring that. That'd be good. I should suggest it. I should write
She
an
goes
episode.
back and she kind of she's let loose at least twice. We've seen,
Yeah.
she just kind of takes all the energy out of the room.
Yeah,
So
she does.
I mean, we don't know exactly how powerful she really is. Then
Yeah, exactly.
gets
So
brought
that's
back
I think
down.
that's what I would do, is something around that.
Now that you have such a solid foundation in front of the camera on this series, do you think that you may ever step behind the camera for an episode and see it from that
I don't
side?
know. I would love to. I think the prep work that directors do when they come on our show is incredible. If we have a new director to our show, they'll come on and say, like, I've seen every episode. Like, they'll literally watch every single episode. I've read every script that we've done this season. The prep is incredible. So I wouldn't have to do that, I guess, because I know the show really well. But I think it would be really cool to direct an episode. Writing, I don't know if I would be very good at. Maybe one day.
And if you were directing an episode, would you say that you'd want to do something that is still Bo-centric, or would you have to step back and maybe have it an episode that focuses on the other characters?
Probably the second. But it is Bo's world essentially, so she's got to be in there somewhere. So, but I think that would be really cool. Yeah, maybe season 5, maybe.
Bo struggles a bit with Fae politics and rules. The rules kind of, she just don't apply to her sometimes. Do you think, will we see her try to master that? Do you think she ever can master the politics, or is she just not a political creature?
That is a very interesting
Come on,
question.
Kate.
Come on, Kate. I
Do a little walk.
I think that
Awesome. That'd be a good one.
she would never want to master the politics of the Fae world. That's a big part of our show, is this divide between light and dark and the politics that surround it. So, and a big part of Bo's being, actually her very essence, is that she will not choose a side. She won't align herself. So you'll have to see season 4, because there's
One more question.
it's definitely explored.
So
Great.
you obviously
Okay. Well, what I was going to ask is, can you talk at all about the relationships this season between Bo, Dyson, and everything, or can you not?
I think the love triangles is always part of our show. The Bison, or the Bisons, Bo, Dyson, and
call
Docubus,
that sometimes.
Bison, Docubus, and that continues to evolve. That triangle, sometimes a equally sided triangle, sometimes it's one of these triangles. It's always going to be a center to the show, which it was like that from the start, but I don't think they realized what an impact that triangle would have, and the fan base and the popularity, particularly of Docubus. And so we're really proud of that triangle, and you'll see more.
Now there's also a little Valkyrie in there.
Valkyrie in there too. Could it become a square? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, she's pretty great.
That kiss was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That kiss was like, whoa, I felt it.
Oh, good.
And tell all our fans when season 4 premieres.
November. This fall. November 10th, right? Okay. November. Season 4 premieres, so I hope everyone watches
So the show has
and loves it like we do.
Thanks, Anna.
Thanks, guys. It was
Thank
really
you
nice
so
to see you guys.
much.
any type of